Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to have you here today because we have a very important topic to discuss. Today we're talking about travel, but not the fun, exciting kind. Instead, we're diving into the nitty-gritty details that can sometimes make travel a bit of a headache. We're talking about visas and how they can be tricky. Visas are those little stamps or stickers in your passport that can either open doors to new adventures or become a major roadblock. We'll look at 10 countries that might be hard for Filipinos to visit in 2025. These countries have stringent visa requirements that can be quite challenging to meet. It doesn't mean you can't go, but it will take extra work. You'll need to prepare thoroughly, gather all necessary documents, and maybe even attend interviews. So, if you're from the Philippines and love to travel, pay attention. This information could save you a lot of time and stress. This video will show you places that need more planning, lots of paperwork, and maybe even some good luck. We'll go through each country, discuss the specific challenges, and give you tips on how to navigate the process. Let's go. First, we'll talk about the importance of research. Knowing the visa requirements ahead of time can save you from last-minute surprises. Make sure to check the official embassy websites for the most accurate information. Next, organization is key. Keep all your documents in one place and make a checklist of everything you need. This will help you stay on top of deadlines and ensure you don't miss any important steps. Finally, be prepared for interviews. Some countries require you to attend a visa interview, so practice answering common questions and be ready to explain your travel plans in detail. With the right preparation, you can overcome these challenges and enjoy your travels. So let's dive in and explore these 10 countries together. First, we have North Korea. This country, located in East Asia, is bordered by China and Russia to the north and South Korea to the south. The Korean peninsula has a long and complex history, but North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, has been particularly enigmatic since its establishment in 1948. It's called the Hermit Kingdom because it's so isolated. The term Hermit Kingdom was originally used to describe Korea in the 19th century, but it has become synonymous with North Korea due to its extreme isolation from the rest of the world. The country has strict control over its borders, and the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, separating North and South Korea is one of the most heavily fortified borders in the world. North Korea doesn't talk much to other countries. Its government, led by the Kim dynasty since its inception, maintains a policy of self-reliance known as Juche. This ideology promotes political independence, economic self-sufficiency, and military autonomy, further isolating the nation from global interactions. It's super hard, almost impossible for Filipinos to get a tourist visa. The North Korean government imposes stringent restrictions on who can enter the country. Even if you manage to get a visa, your movements within the country will be closely monitored. The process involves a lot of paperwork, background checks, and often, an invitation from a government-approved organization. You usually need to be with a special tour group, and even then, someone will always be watching you. These tours are highly regulated, and tourists are accompanied by government minders at all times. The guides ensure that visitors only see what the government wants them to see, presenting a carefully curated image of the country. Imagine a country where you can't go where you want, talk to people, or even take pictures. In North Korea, freedom of movement is severely restricted. Tourists are not allowed to wander off on their own, and photography is often limited to approved locations. The government is very sensitive about its image and controls the narrative tightly. Many people are curious about North Korea, but it's very hard to visit. The country's secretive nature and the numerous restrictions make it a challenging destination for even the most intrepid travelers. Despite this, the intrigue surrounding North Korea continues to grow, fueled by documentaries, news reports, and the occasional defector's story. So, unless you have a really good reason and don't mind lots of paperwork, North Korea is probably best seen on TV. Watching documentaries and news reports can provide a glimpse into this mysterious nation without the need for a visa, or the risk of breaking any rules. For most people, this is the safest and most practical way to learn about the Hermit Kingdom. Next, we go to Central Asia, to Turkmenistan, the land of the unknown. It has big deserts, old cities, and really hard visas. It's one of the hardest countries to get a tourist visa for, even for Filipinos. It takes a long time, costs lots of money, and you might not even get a visa. Turkmenistan has amazing places like Merv and the Darvaza gas crater, but getting there is really tough, so if you want to see Turkmenistan, be ready for a hard visa process. Now we go to the Himalayas, to Bhutan, the land of happiness. It has beautiful mountains, old monasteries, and they measure happiness, not just money. But there's a catch. You can't just book a flight. Everyone, including Filipinos, must book through a Bhutanese tour and pay a lot of money each day. This covers hotels, food, travel, and a fee to protect Bhutan. It keeps Bhutan's culture and environment safe, but it's expensive. Next is Saudi Arabia, a country that's changing a lot. Over the past few years, Saudi Arabia has embarked on a journey of transformation, aiming to diversify its economy and open up to the world. This shift is part of the Vision 2030 initiative, which seeks to reduce the country's dependence on oil and develop public service sectors, such as health, education, infrastructure, recreation, and tourism. It used to be just for religious trips, but now they want tourists. Historically, Saudi Arabia has been known primarily as the birthplace of Islam, attracting millions of Muslims from around the world for the annual Hajj pilgrimage. However, the kingdom is now keen to showcase its rich cultural heritage, stunning landscapes, and modern attractions to a broader audience. They have tourist visas, easier rules about clothes, and are building new things. The introduction of tourist visas in 2019 marked a significant milestone, allowing visitors from various countries to explore Saudi Arabia's hidden gems. The dress code has also been relaxed, making it more comfortable for tourists to experience the local culture. Additionally, the country is investing heavily in mega-projects like Neom, a futuristic city, and the Red Sea project, which aims to create a luxury tourism destination. But visas can still be tricky for Filipinos. Despite these advancements, obtaining a visa can still pose challenges for certain nationalities, including Filipinos. The process can be cumbersome, requiring multiple documents and sometimes facing delays. You can get a visa online or when you arrive, but it's often harder and slower for Filipinos. While the e-visa system and visa-on-arrival options have simplified entry for many, Filipinos often encounter additional scrutiny and longer processing times, which can be frustrating for those eager to explore the kingdom. Many Filipinos live and work in Saudi Arabia, and that can make tourist visas harder. The large Filipino expatriate community in Saudi Arabia, primarily composed of overseas workers, sometimes complicates the visa process for tourists, as authorities may be cautious about potential overstays or illegal employment. But with some patience, you can see the amazing things in Saudi Arabia. Despite these hurdles, the rewards of visiting Saudi Arabia are immense. From the ancient Nabatean city of Madin Saleh, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to the vast and mesmerizing deserts and the vibrant cities like Riyadh and Jeddah, the kingdom offers a unique blend of history, culture, and modernity. With a bit of patience and preparation, travelers can experience the wonders of Saudi Arabia and witness a nation in the midst of an exciting transformation. Now we go to North Africa, to Libya. It has beautiful Roman ruins, deserts, and a mix of cultures. But because of fighting and danger, it's very hard and unsafe to visit, for Filipinos and almost everyone. Getting a visa is super hard, especially if you're from a country with problems. Even if you get a visa, traveling in Libya is dangerous. Hopefully one day it will be safe to visit again. Next we go to the Horn of Africa, to Eritrea. It's a mysterious and isolated country. Eritrea has interesting cultures, beautiful land, and a long history, but it's very hard to visit. The government is strict and makes it hard for tourists. Eritrea has amazing places, but it takes a lot of planning to go there. Hopefully Eritrea will make it easier for tourists someday. Now we go to Syria, a country with a rich history and a sad recent past. Syria has amazing old cities like Palmyra and Damascus, but the war there makes it very dangerous and almost impossible to visit. Many countries say it's too dangerous to go to Syria. Even getting a visa is almost impossible. Hopefully there will be peace in Syria someday so people can visit again. We go to Yemen at the bottom of the Arabian Peninsula. It has beautiful mountains and the Socotra Islands, which are very special. But the war in Yemen makes it very dangerous. It's been destroyed, and it's not safe to travel there. Most countries say don't go to Yemen. Hopefully there will be peace someday so people can visit again. Next is Afghanistan, a beautiful country with strong people. It has tall mountains and the old city of Herat, but because of fighting and danger, it's very hard and unsafe to visit. It's very dangerous there, and it's hard to get a visa. Hopefully there will be peace in Afghanistan so people can visit. Finally, we go to Somalia, in the Horn of Africa. It has beautiful beaches and ancient cave paintings. But, because of fighting and danger, Somalia is very hard and unsafe to visit. It's very dangerous, and it's hard to get a visa. Hopefully there will be peace in Somalia so people can visit. So those are 10 countries that might be hard for Filipinos to visit. This isn't to stop you from traveling but to help you understand. Always check the latest information from the government before you travel. Check out this other video for more information about travel restrictions for Filipinos. Safe travels, and keep exploring.